Video on the channel, and today we're back inside Python and we're going to be talking about branching. Branching is really important in Python and I think you guys should learn it. So this video is going to be all about branching. Don't forget to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Let's hit 200 subscribers by the end of this week. Okay, let's get right into the video. Computers often need to make decisions about which parts of a program to run. This is because most programs are designed to do different things in different situations. The route through the program splits like a path branching off into side paths, each leading to a different place. A condition is a Boolean expression, a true or false comparison that helps the computer decide which route to take when it reaches a branch in the code. Okay, I can help you visualize it very easily. Imagine you have to decide what route to walk each day based on the answer to the question, is today a weekday? If it's a weekday, you take the route to school. If it's not, you take the route to the park. In Python, the different routes through a program lead to different blocks of code. A block can be one statement or several, all indented by 4 spaces. The computer uses a test called a condition to figure out which blocks it should run next. As I said, a condition is a Boolean expression, a true or false comparison, that helps a computer decide which route to take when it reaches a branch in the code. Let me give you a couple examples of one branch, two branch, and multiple parts of branching. Let's start by using one branch. The simplest branching command is an if statement. It only has one branch, which the computer takes if the condition is true. I'm going to write a program that's going to ask the user to say if it's dark outside. If it is, the program pretends that the computer is going to sleep if it is not dark. Is_dark is going to equal y, and it's going to be false. So the goodnight message will not be displayed. Let me write the code down now. IsDark is a variable that equals to an input statement. We're going to have an input statement here. Is it dark outside? And then we're going to write y or n. Tell the user to type yes or no. Okay. Then we're going to have our first branch, which is going to be an if statement. Is_dark. If is_dark is equal to y colon, we're going to print good night. Okay. And let's add some expression with the z. Okay, should be good. So, our condition is if is_dark equals y. So, if the condition is yes, the computer will print good night. The print statement is a branch that's taken if the condition is true. And that code shows this message in the shell window. Good night. Zzz. Okay. But do we want our program to do one thing if a condition is true and another thing if it's false? If so, you need a command with 2 branches called an if-else statement. I'm going to write a program that's going to ask the user if they have tentacles. If they answer yes, it decides they must be an octopus. If they answer no, it decides they're human. Each decision will print out a different message. Okay. So let's see. If I print this code up top here, if I print this code, is it dark outside? I'm just going to type yes. See, the computer printed good night. Zzz. Okay, now let me do the multiple branching. So let's make a variable called tentacles. And make that equal to an input statement. Do you have tentacles? Yes or no or yes. Okay. And then we're going to have an if tentacle, like if the variable is equal to y, then the statement will print I never knew octopuses could type. So it's basically telling the human they're an octopus. Okay, But now we're going to move on to our second branch, which is going to be an else statement. So if the user types in N or any other thing, there it will print greetings human. Yeah. So let me just explain this. So the if statement is a condition. The tentacles variable is a line that asks for an input from the user. The print statement under the if statement is a block that runs if the condition is true. And the print statement below the else statement is a block that runs if the condition is false. Let me just run the code. Do I have tentacles? I'm going to answer no, and then I'm going to answer yes. So let's just type in no. Greetings human. See the code? Use this second branch and type greetings human. Now let's run it one more time and write yes this time. Let's see what it prints. It should print I never knew octopuses could type. And yeah, there you go. I never knew octopuses could type. Simple. Now let me add another code block underneath. And we're going to have multiple branches here. But if we've already used the if and else, what other branch can we use? Well, there are more than two possible paths. The statement elif, short for else if, will come in handy here. The program we're going to write is going to ask the user to type in the weather forecast, either rain, snow, or sun. It chooses one of the three branches and weather conditions. So, this is going to be a pretty long block of code, but let's do it. So make a variable called weather and write input. What is the forecast for today? And we're going to ask the user to write rain, snow, or sun. Okay, and then we're gonna make an if statement. If the weather is equal to rain, by the way, we need two equation signs. So if the weather is rain, we're gonna print remember your umbrella. Okay, I'm gonna print that. So if it's raining, we're gonna print remember your umbrella. And now we're going to use our next statement, else if, or in other words, elif. And you have to type elif. You cannot type else if, because the Python will not recognize that. So elif, if the user types in snow, then we're going to ask the computer to print, remember your woolly gloves. So it's basically telling you what you should do depending on the weather outside. Now we're going to move on to our final branch, which is going to be else. You can have as many elif statements as you want, but you can only have one else and one if statement. That's really important, so be sure to remember that. Remember your sunglasses. Perfect. Okay, good. So if both the above conditions are false, we're going to print this. Remember your sunglasses. If the user types in snow, we're going to print remember your woolly gloves. And if the user types in rain, we're going to type remember your umbrella. Now let's run our code. Oh yeah, we got a syntax error here. Oh yeah, don't forget your colon after the else. That's really important. Okay, rain, snow, or sun. I'm going to type in rain. Remember your umbrella. Perfect. Now let's go a couple more times. Type in snow. Perfect. Remember your woolly glove. Print, remember, and now we're just going to type in sun, and there you go. Remember your sunglasses. Perfect. The code ran according to each of the conditions based on the input of the user. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you need any help with any of these branching tips, then be sure to leave that in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you as quick as possible. Well, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like this video. Well, without further ado, I'll conclude the video. I'll see you guys next time.